Yo, people. So, yeah, got another shield to expose. I've been meaning to do this guy for a while since he came on the scene. Um, Mark Sexton, the supposed ex-copper who's fighting for the people and going to court and doing all sorts of good stuff for us. What a true hero. Well, when he first came out, I just his vibe, his way, I just didn't trust him straight away. But it was an interesting thing that happened because he came out just after, straight away after. I'm talking about a week or 2 weeks after. I was watching another ex-copper come forward on a live with Ali Dogan, and I was watching this live, and it was quite a mad universe thing that went on because, interestingly, as you can see this screenshot that I got, it froze on 33 people watching, and it didn't move from that, which I took as a sign from the universe. But I was watching this live, and this guy, and he was really like old school copper type attitude. And I was looking at him, and I'm thinking like, yeah, I didn't get a good vibe off him, and like he was looking pale. He said a few things. He missaid a few things. Like he said something about his girlfriend, and then he said she was his wife, and his girlfriend and wife was like a Thai woman, and he was using her account on Facebook. He said he didn't know how to use Facebook, which could have been fair enough. But like, what happened was, we started speaking about questioning him and questioning things, and maybe he'd realised he'd slipped up or something. But basically, the live went down, and then the account, who was his girlfriend's, a Facebook account, suddenly deleted all the lives. So it was all a bit weird, all a bit strange, but it just confirmed to me that this guy was a shill trying to break through and befriend Ali, or whether Ali was in on it, I really don't know. I've questioned that. But yeah, like he just disappeared. He didn't come back, and he disappeared. And then all of a sudden, a week, I reckon it was a week, but no more than 2 weeks, a week to 2 weeks later, Mark Sexton, the ex-copper, pops up on the scene. It was very convenient timing, so I smelled a rat straight away, and I wanted to do a video then, and then for whatever reason I didn't have a lot of evidence, but my intuition was saying straight away this was a dodgy guy. And then I look on his Facebook very quickly, and you know, as you can see on his cover photo, he's got a book to sell called Elimination. Very interesting title about an ex-policeman, blah blah blah, or a policeman investigating a crime. But just the fact that it's called Elimination, with what's going on. You know, they always tell you what they're doing and what's going on. They leave the clues. They have to tell us what's going on. So yeah, like very, very interesting. And he, like the other copper, had a Thai wife as well, which may or may not be relevant, but I found that quite a coincidence, if a coincidence exists, which I don't believe it does. So yeah, like his book Elimination. So he's got something to sell. All of this started like ringing bells for me, which my intuition straight away with him as well. I just didn't get a good vibe off this guy. Like where the other ex-copper failed and got rumbled, Mark seemed to do quite well at convincing people he was genuine. So much to the point that he very quickly was at a protest in the summer sometime, and rallying the troops and giving it his amazing speech, which I'll just play for you here.
This is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship. We are all equal in the eyes of the law. Yet those in positions of authority, those who have money, those who do elite sports, businessmen and women are allowed to travel freely. One rule for them and a different rule for us.
Yes.
I will not be dictated to any longer by liars and hypocrites. I am a free living man. I have sovereignty as a free man. I am not a slave to this corrupted system, and I will not be subjugated. Police constables, do your job. Do your job. Do your job. You swore an oath without fear or favour, independent of government, to protect us from harm, injury and loss. So far, you have failed. But today, our brothers and sisters who wear that uniform, we love you. We need you and we want you to do your job. No matter what, please protect our children now, today.
So, yeah, like, first of all, Resistant GB. He's a shill. Called him out before. Always in the right place. But, like, yeah, just look at the people here. Next to him, we got Vince Dumal. Vince Dumal was part of Save Our Rights. Their shill's part of it. Next to him, Kate Shemarani. Everyone knows her. Gets all the publicity on the BBC and the Daily Mail and whatever else. Then we got Piers Corbyn. And then we got, after here, we got Mad Mix Conspiracy. So we just got a collection of shills there. A collection of shills, whilst Mark Sexton, the ex-copper, rattles off his amazing speech. Now, from what I know about coppers, is coppers do not go against coppers. It's like this unwritten code. You know, that's mafia style shit. It's one big gang and they don't go against coppers. This is why it's so hard for police to speak out. Because coppers don't go against coppers. And personally, I don't even think he was a copper. I think he's just an actor. But I look on his Facebook, there's no photos of him in police uniform. No photos of him being obviously police. So, yeah, I personally don't think he's a copper. I think he's a Freemason, and he's just come through and done to do this role. So that's my opinion on that. I don't know for sure. He may have been a copper, but I don't feel intuitively that he is. But coppers do not go against coppers. So, yeah, this is an interesting picture. He's involved with making a criminal complaint against the police, and he's got a group of people involved with this. Some who I know, some who I don't know. But let's just start this picture here. So, I don't know the woman in pink, but second from the left, we have John Looney. So, Mark Sexton and John Looney are connected. John Looney of the funeral undertaker, who I've called out on a previous video as a shill. So that's an interesting connection straight away, because you know these shills, like I showed in the last video, these shills stick together. But in the middle here, the woman in the middle here, next to Mark, the other side, the right side of Mark here, is Dolores Cahill. Now I see her speak at Trafalgar Square. I didn't know who she was, But again, I get vibes. I didn't get a good vibe off her when she was speaking. But, you know, I just really didn't get a good vibe off her. I know who she is, but here she is here. This is a picture of her here, Dolores Cahill. Now, straight away here, she's involved with Oracle Films, but I do not trust this woman. Like, I've seen her on certain things. Straight away from the off, I didn't trust her, but I know she's part of it. She's been part of what's been known as the World Freedom Alliance, or the Doctors Alliance, with a load of fake or real doctors, but they're shills. But yeah, here's a picture of them here, and as you can see, that's her there. In the black in the middle. To the right, Dr. Heiko Shonin. Now, I put him in one of my music videos because I thought he was genuine because he got arrested on one of the marches. But he's part of it. I don't know who the other guys are. But on the far right here is Fiona Rose Diamond, Fiona Hine. Now, far as I can see, they've fallen out. But whether that was real or fake, I don't know. Who knows with Fiona Rose Diamond, Fiona Hine. They're all actors and actresses. And all on the payroll. But yeah, I don't trust any of the World Freedom Alliance, any of the Doctors Alliance. Fiona Rose Diamond was jet setting in the middle of COVID all around the world, as was Dolores. Yeah, I'm just like, how are they even getting with that? And they're supposed to be against the system. So yeah, it was all blatant shills. But the picture that confirms Dolores for me as part of it is this one here, which popped up. So she's been caught, or she's displaying her Masonic hand signal there. This is obviously her on the left. On the right, that was the first woman who got injected with a vaccine, giving it the Masonic hand signal. So you can see this is what they do. And here's Angela Merkel, who famously does it all the time, as you can see, blatantly part of it. And there's Tony Blair doing it. Yeah, blatantly part of it. Anything Tony Blair says, do the opposite. Here's Angela Merkel and Theresa May doing a very bad one. But yeah, all these people hanging together. Dolores Cahill, John O'Looney, Mark Sexton, supposedly fighting for the people. So yeah, like I don't trust any of these people. And I'm showing you the evidence why I don't trust them, and my intuition doesn't trust them, and then the evidence backs me up in my intuition. So yeah, I'm calling out all of these people, but in particularly on this video, Mark Sexton and Dolores Cahill, blatantly part of the system, blatantly controlled opposition, blatantly leading people down a certain path. And here's a picture of Mark Sexton giving it the 666. And yes, I do know that when you're scuba diving, that means all okay. He's not scuba diving. He's snorkeling there. And this is how they hide their symbolism. He's a clever one. He's pretty sly, this one. I'll give him that. But yeah, the main point of this video, Mark Sexton, shill. Dolores Cahill, shill. So I'm calling them both out. Yeah, share this video. Get the knowledge out there. Peace!